Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. I was planning on putting out the prepper video, or I was going to go through my rationale of why I've slowly moved in that direction, although I wouldn't consider myself a prepper per se. I had some stock coming. There's 11 half sovereigns and there's 14 full sovereigns. I thought we could go through them, see if there's anything decent. The full sovereigns have been sold, I will get into that. I haven't even opened the package yet. And I thought we could just have a chat. 14 gold sovereigns and 11 half sovereigns and a chat whilst I drink a coffee. Fantastic. Now, for those of you that watched my last video, you would have noticed, or if you watched all of it, or you would have picked up on the title, I wrote "Capitalism completed it, mate." Basically, what that means is I've got enough to kind of be free of the shackles of the day-to-day. It doesn't mean I'm going to be walking away, but it means that over the years I've put up with a lot of things that have bugged me, and I'm just not doing that anymore. Now, I spoke to a guy I know. I've sold him stamps in the past. I've traded him stamps. He's bought stock from me. I've given him stock at a good price before, just because he's easier to deal with, and that's the way that my business has gone. I'm dealing with people who are easier to deal with. It doesn't have to be professional. Sometimes I've had clients for many years who they don't cause me any drama. They're not fighting over a pound on a 450 coin. So on this occasion he did ask for my best price, so maybe that's the wrong example. But this guy said, "Oh, I'm dealing with this monster order. I'm currently working for it. I've got some sovereigns, I've got some silver coming in." And I just said, I've got a lot of postage that I need to use. So on my business, I've got postage stamps that I sell and postage stamps that I bought to use that I penciled in at 100%, because that meant I could have booked a profit, or at least in terms of my accounting. But I've still got 6,700-ish. I took a real hammer to it last month. So I said, I'll take your sovereigns. I'll pay you, well, I paid him spot. And he was like, fine. But it opened up a door to get some potential silver as well. And it allowed me to burn through 38 quid's worth of postage. It's a consistency thing. Now, in terms of the stock I have left, I've got loads of stuff I need to sell. So with stock coming in, and there might be less stock coming in, and I've made peace with that. I am fine with that, because I don't need to do it. I'd rather do it on my terms. You know, some people are driven to build empire. I just wanted to get out of the rat race. You know, essentially I've got enough. It's not all in the right places, but by the time I can sell it for tax reasons, it will be in the right places and it will be enough. I've been working on some very complex cash flowing scenario planning. I do it pretty much on the monthly, and I always adjust it. But it means I can get out. But it means I can show you more kind of videos like this. Now, in terms of the silver, I didn't really know if it's coming in. I made an offer, he said that's fine. I can only do so much because I came off the VAT. That's also fine. I've had a lot of silver come in of late. I think the last 2 months I had what? I would be shocked if it was less than 1,800 ounces. A lot has come in. A hell of a lot's come in. And it's not trading for what it should do either. I think there's reasons for that. I think there's a certain gentleman who's getting it in under the radar on bulk. So the VAT is missing, it suppressed the price. I think a lot of people have been squeezed out their positions, and that's fine. Cool, almost 5 minutes just on the halves, and that's kind of what I had in my head, so go me. But silver's incredibly useful for moving postage, my end. I actually rate silver as an investment, but it's had a shocker since Brexit. It's had an absolute shocker. I think that will change. Like, would I want to put money on it? I'll explain that on the prepper video. I think it will become more useful as people get priced out of these coins. 11 halves. So these are for sale. I went through them slowly so people could have a look at them, and I also want to have a chat. There's 14 fulls. Now these were meant to be for sale. I don't know what these are. If there's anything rare in here, I've already sold it, so it doesn't matter. I've got a regular client, and he usually buys 4 or 5. Typically, I give him free postage if he buys 4 or 5. It depends how much I've paid for them, but it has moved on sovereigns. So at one point I was at at one point I was paying 97. I've now moved it back up because the margin's there, the spread's there. So let's go through them. Again, these aren't for sale, but it'd be nice to see what's in here because I don't actually know. 2015. I think these are relatively rare, but they're just bullion. Now the client who bought, very successful man. He's an army vet. He served in the same subsection of the army, I guess. I don't want to give away too much information. I don't think that's fair, but he did, same as my father. Nice guy. Doesn't mess me around. And on this occasion, he just said, "Can I buy a lot?" And I went, "Yeah." That wasn't the plan. The plan was to kind of film it and, you know, separate it out and sell to individuals, because I do have other people on the list. Pretty common dates so far. I don't know what's on my finger. Oh, it's a bit of tape. Just bullion, but that's what he's after. He just wants to stack it high, stack it often, and then he'll cash it in. Now in terms of the price, you know, I sold these for 460. I think we're heading for 5. I think we're going to see a time where excuse me, I think we're going to see a time where you're going to see 500-600 a sovereign. I think it's going to come sooner than you think, because the world's an incredibly unstable place. I've spoken about the debt issue, but it's incredibly unstable at the moment as well. There better be 14, because if there isn't, I'm in trouble. I once sent this guy an order, and he's like, he'd miscalculated it. I think in his head, he was expecting more, but the tubes were different. And he's like, "Oh, where are they?" And I went, "What are you talking about?" But that was when I was at my peak in terms of how much I was trading, and I was moving a lot of metal, a hell of a lot. It's not like now where I do it on my terms. I've done the hard work. I don't need to do the hard work. Let someone who's younger and hungrier pick up the slack. That's not a problem. Old Sean will be fine. But I went through it, and I was just like, I don't know what's gone wrong here. And it turns out he just miscalculated it. He went, no, they're here, don't I? I was like, okay, cool. But he's always been like that. He's a sound person, but he's not someone that you'd want to cross the line with. I think he could be I think he's firm but fair. I think I'm going to leave it there as well. All right, so that is 11. So nothing too good, but it's just bullion. Coins in and coins out. That's what business is. Stock in and stock out. Pay your employees, pay your taxes, grind it out. And if you're good at your job, and if you position yourself well, you get to enjoy the more fun of things in life, which for me is coins, ironically. So I get to buy a few coins from my collection because I'm quite a boring person. I hope you've enjoyed the coins. It has been a bit of a talk. Maybe some people don't appreciate talk, maybe some people do. I don't know, but I thought it'd be nice to showcase some sovereigns. And I can make $1 a day. $2, $3, I don't know. It has upped on YouTube. I don't know why it has been upped. It just has. But there you have it. You got 14 gold sovereigns and you got 11 halves.